Hey guys, what's up? Today we are going to cover the fastest growing neighborhood in Denver, Colorado. We are talking about Stapleton.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. We are the Mile High Property Brothers. If it's your first time here, definitely hit that subscribe button below and also that little notification bell right over there to get notified at any time we post a new video about Denver, the surrounding neighborhoods, and pretty much everything there is to know about living in Colorado.
Yeah, guys, and we're also licensed realtors in the state of Colorado, so if you have any personal needs or personal questions and you'd like to reach out and contact us through that phone number, we are the ones that answer those text messages.
Yep.
Or if you call, we will answer that phone call and get right to you guys. But with that being said, if you like it, go ahead and like it. We're going to get right into it. We're going to cover the fastest growing neighborhood in Colorado. Super unique. But again, we're talking about Stapleton. Fun fact, by the way, before we get into it, Stapleton actually used to be the airport for Denver. And now we have Denver International Airport, which is way out east, but really cool with some of what they've done since they've moved all the airplanes and hangars out as far as bringing the culture of Denver into this neighborhood. So stay tuned. We're going to cover all the top subjects and material around Stapleton.
All right, guys, so starting off with a little bit of history about Stapleton, but promise it's not going to be boring. So a couple quick little things. Like Will just said, this used to be the primary airport in Colorado. I moved here about 2000, so I didn't know it was the primary airport because we're like really close to downtown, so I was surprised by that.
Yeah, the planes would literally roll over like an overpass, like a highway overpass, literally roll over one of the local streets here in Denver, and you could see all those planes on their way to taking off. So pretty cool.
Yeah.
Literally right in the heart of Denver.
Yeah.
And not really fenced in, just kind of exposed to the neighborhood.
And really recent too, like they just shut that down in 1995 when our big airport, Denver International Airport, opened up. They shut down Stapleton.
And proximity-wise, just so you guys have some orientation, not only from our other videos, but just if you're curious about this area and where it's located in Denver, we're going to be north of Lowry. So Lowry is an old military base. We're going to be just northeast of Lowry, and then we're just south of Northfield. We're going to be covering Northfield, another phenomenal area. Some history to that as well, but we are just south of Northfield, so pretty much just on the south side of I-70, but north of Stapleton, and you're probably 15-20 minutes from downtown with some traffic.
Now, one of the most interesting aspects of Stapleton, in my opinion, is some of the architecture and the style of homes that you'll find out here. And you know, as we're doing a little bit of research, we actually found that it's not by accident. So when they designed this community after the airport was shut down, they wanted to take all of the best parts from Denver's classic neighborhoods that you can find in some of our other videos, like Wash Park and Park Hill, where there's a lot of tree-lined streets, there's a lot of different types of architecture, there's a variety of just stores and shops and a lot of things to do with the family. They tried to bring all the best parts of those neighborhoods and bring them right together here in Stapleton.
Right, and as they brought them together, they still incorporated trails. You literally have, like, you've got a couple of different roadways, but then you have trails in the center of roadways with landscaping and literally clay or dirt trails that go right down the heart of them. So if you do like getting outside and going for runs, they also incorporate that. Walking your dog, going on runs, these trails are phenomenal. They go right through the heart of major streets, all the way into some of the parks. A couple of the parks we've done some 5Ks at, so they do a lot of nonprofit stuff and events at the parks. I'll kind of let you cover that, but really cool on how outdoor activity, regardless of what style of home that you want, they still have outdoors in mind.
Yeah, and in keeping to that, you'll primarily find young professionals and younger families here in Stapleton. So when they built this community, they put trails and parks everywhere, literally all throughout Stapleton. You can't go more than a few turns without finding a park or a trail or something. There is a central park, which you're seeing footage of right now, where you can take your dog. There's a ton of places for kids to play, or even just go out and have a picnic in the middle of a big green open space.
Yeah, and during like the springs and summers, they have like in the park concerts.
Yeah, free.
They have like little amphitheaters, if I'm saying that correct, that are free that you can come into and enjoy. They've got great bands. They've got a ton of grass area for kids to run around. They've got the parks just adjacent to it. So as far as like staying within the confinements of your neighborhood in close proximity, but still having great food, we're gonna get into like some of the food area. Obviously, we're sitting in one right now. We're over at Next Door American Eatery, so we'll get into some of that as well. But just being able to stay right here proximity-wise to your home, but enjoy great food, grocery stores, farmers markets that he's so in love with. Not really my thing, but you have them here. But getting outside and having your concerts and your events going on to get your family outside and just really having a good time without not having to necessarily go anywhere.
Yeah, you know what Stapleton kind of feels like to me? It feels like a big subdivision. To where when you
That's terrible.
No, I mean that like it feels like it because it's a city, right?
It's like a utopia place.
But it feels like there's a big community aspect to that city of people just coming to the free parks together.
Well, and bang for buck. We're gonna show you guys some of the houses. You're gonna get phenomenal houses and just homes and even the apartments. Great prices. We're talking to guys in a brand new apartment for like $14.80 a month.
Yeah.
A little pricey considered like national average, but as far as some of the bigger cities, a home run. And where it's located, right, just adjacent from Eastbridge, which is where we're at right now. I think it actually goes inside of Eastbridge, but they've got like all of these little different neighborhoods with different themes to them, which is phenomenal. But then everything kind of coincides together. But bang for buck, not only are you getting a phenomenal home, it's everything that comes with it, with the atmospherics, the proximity to the farmers markets and just great Whole Foods, organic King Supers, little places like this for taco shops and fun food and your IPA or your craft beer. You don't really have to go anywhere. So again, it's bang for buck of just the atmospherics and the environment of what you're getting in addition to your home, which is why it's so popular to be here. It's not just it's a whole experience.
Yeah. Now all this talk about schools, it is Denver public schools. However, the schools out here, elementary schools in particular, have really, really good ratings. So if you are planning a move out here and you've got family, don't worry, there's plenty of schools that are public schools that are good. There's charter schools, so you're definitely covered there.
Well, in the average, I think like Denver Public Schools gets like a rating of like a C+. However, that's an average. What you have out here towards Stapleton are probably the ones that are carrying the higher piece of that average.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Great area.
Yep. Now, in terms of transportation, so there is a major, what they call a park and ride out here, which is where you can park your car and then you can take the light rail or a bus downtown, out to our big airport now, down south, really wherever you need to go. There is a great spot for public transportation. On top of that, again, you have the bikes that you can rent, you've got the scooters that you can rent and bop around town in. As far as highways, we are just south, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm directionally challenged, of I-70,
correct,
which is your big east and west highway here in Colorado. Will take you all the way up to the mountains or all the way out east.
Depending on time of day, post-COVID, when everybody's back to work, I-70 can be kind of a shit show sometimes. If you're going to work super early or if you're coming back later in the evening, it's not terrible. Sometimes, that mid-morning and then late afternoon, early evening time, kind of a shit show. But the benefit is you're not that far from downtown, so you're kind of getting onto that road. There's other people that have been on that thing for a lot longer than you. You go down a couple exits, you end up being in downtown, but there's probably more efficient ways to go.
Yeah.
So before we kind of venture out and show you guys some of the different styles of homes and really what they have to offer, median house price I think is $523. $523. You definitely have some that are higher than that. You have some that are lower than that. That's your median house price. But phenomenal, and something that most neighbors don't have now, especially new builds, but they've incorporated that here with design, is alleyways, where a lot of your garages are actually still in the back of the house. Some of them are attached, some of them are detached, but those alleyways just maximize space as far as putting your cars away, still having great size yards, and then just the overall flow of a neighborhood. I think still, even though you're on top of each other, your lot size is good, you still have privacy, and you still have a place to put your vehicles.
So we're gonna finish up our hummus here and go check out some of these homes, guys. So we'll see you out there.
Cool. All right, guys, so here's one of the typical neighborhoods that you're gonna find inside of Stapleton. A couple lawnmowers going with the landscaper, so sorry if it gets a little loud, I'll try to speak up, but pretty much just a common look.
Yep.
We'll keep walking here, but as you guys can tell already, some fun, different, I'll let you have this. Usually Eli is the camera pro, but as you guys can tell, some different looks to the houses, and it doesn't sound like a big deal, but it is. Higher fences over here. They do have 6-foot wooden fences.
Yep.
Great for privacy. and just still feel like you got your own little area, and you're not, even though like these homes are a little closer to each other, you don't feel quite like you're in someone's bathroom per se.
We're gonna take a little stroll here, but this is kind of your typical Stapleton neighborhood, guys. It is super green. There's a lot of
it's romantic.
Yeah, there's a lot of
green.
There's a lot of different kinds of homes. People take care of their yards. That's awesome. And it's quiet, guys, and that's a big thing, and that's why so many families like moving out here, because again, it's urban, but you get all the benefits of just being in a nice, quiet suburban neighborhood.
Super close to Denver, but again, you get benefits of overgrown two-car garages, alleyways, 6-foot fences for seclusion, privacy. Super uncommon as you get closer to Denver. It's hard to find that size of lot and privacy. So as you guys can see, yeah, go ahead.
We're gonna come down here, guys. So there's an alley right behind us. And the reason we want to point that out, again, with Stapleton wanting to, oh, this is my good side over here. There we go. With Stapleton wanting to embrace a lot of what people like about Denver, one of the things that they did want to do was capitalize on the alleyways in between homes. So you can see that people have like just nice wooden garages. Check that out too. There's some duplexes interspersed in this little neighborhood block right here as well. It's not all single family homes.
Yeah, super enjoyable. So even though you're super close to downtown Denver, what they're doing here is not taking away from the home experience. You don't have to sacrifice size of home, size of lot, privacy, the ability to entertain, park your vehicles, convenience to shopping centers. You don't have to sacrifice the actual home living experience just because you're close to Denver. So,
and that's one thing right there. Will mentioned parking, and that made me think, if you guys are moving here and you want that city living, if easy parking is important to you, if being able to pull up to your house with all your groceries or your snow gear or whatever and just get right inside, make sure you got a garage, make sure there's ample street parking. There's a lot of people, they'll spend a ton of money on some homes, down in, let's say, Wash Park, for example, but maybe has a 1-car garage. It's not fun to park in the street.
Or entertain down there. I'm definitely not against like downtown living. I think it's, everybody has their
personal
vice
style.
Or what they want. But again, if you have a family, if you do want to entertain but still get close to Denver for work or whatever it may be, I think you guys are starting to see exactly why this is the #1 growing neighborhood in Denver.
Oh yeah.
Super easy to tell. So we're gonna take you guys across. We're gonna go just north of City Park. So if you're looking at some of that drone footage, we're gonna go just across the way. Homes are a little bit bigger, probably a little bit above median price, closer to those 7s versus these here, probably closer to your 5s, mid 5s. We're gonna go over there and show you guys similar layout as far as neighborhood and the framework to it, but homes definitely significantly bigger. But still has that intimate neighborhood feel. So see you guys in a second.
See you in a few. So we wanted to make a quick pit stop in just one of these open parks and open spaces that are right outside these homes behind us. And I mean, there's just trails everywhere. You can take your mountain bike off-road. You can go jogging on the concrete, running around the little, there's a little river that's running through this area. It's awesome, guys. And I mean, it could potentially be right in your backyard here too.
All right, guys, there you have it. Stapleton right here in Denver metro area. We're gonna get out of here before the storm gets too crazy, but wanted to show you guys one of the little concert areas inside of the neighborhood. But as you can see, just over here, you've got apartment living, you have townhome living right behind me. Just to my right, you've got one of the little theater centers as far as like where they do concerts during the week.
There we go. Yeah.
Pretty cool. Just across the way, the town center's got Starbucks and Cold Stone and a ton of different things right here in the heart of the neighborhood. Super unique, also super common within, so super unique to Denver, but super common amongst everywhere in
It
Stapleton and just some different areas that you guys can enjoy. So hopefully this video brought you some value. If it did, or if it's valuable for someone else, please subscribe. Click the like if you like it. If you see that phone number popping up again, we are, again, licensed realtors here in the state of Colorado. So as much as we love making videos, we really love to help you guys out with your specific real estate questions and any properties that you guys might want to get a hold of.
That's it.
Stapleton.
I don't need to say anything.
Stay out of the rain.
Will's got it all. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. If you guys have any questions further about Stapleton, or want a tour, or just want to come grab a bite with Will and I when you're in town visiting,
Let's do it.
shopping for home, shopping for rental, shoot us a text, give us a call. We'll
Yeah,
talk to you
if
then.
you're still watching, we're notorious for that. If you've got questions and you're moving to Denver and you're looking to grab some real estate and you have questions,
Yeah.
we would love to just take you out to dinner or lunch and spin us up, let us know your situation, and hopefully we can help you out the best we can.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time. See
Later.
ya.